We're delighted to have John Gilmore returning to Imagine This for a second performance. John hails from Cicero, Indiana, where, like many musicians, he has been kept at home by the pandemic. If you'd like to hear more of John's music, you can catch him on his YouTube channel, John Gilmore Songs.
All right, hello everybody. My name's John Gilmore. I drove over from Cicero, Indiana, not Illinois, to do this program. I want to thank Frank and Carla for inviting me again and the staff here. I've got 3 songs that I wrote. This first one I wrote about this time last year in the dreadful year of 2020 when we wrote it about the time we knew we were in deep trouble. This is called Doubts and Questions. Got a lot of doubts and questions. They're weighing heavy like a stone. As I sit deep in contemplation and sip my bourbon all alone. I've just been staring out my window. All looks the same and yet it's not. I feel I should do something, but I have no idea what. I've got a good imagination. Sometimes it carries me away, or I start in reminiscing about the good old days. A happy, carefree childhood seems like 100 years ago. Well, little kids don't have to worry about all the things they don't yet know. Then I went in search of knowledge, but I never cared that much for school. So I started cutting classes and acting like a fool. I recall I fell head over heels for pretty Mary Beth O'Neill. And though I was only 12 years old, I just knew that love was real. That's where I stopped my reminiscing. You know, it's always seemed to me that adulthood's overrated and tougher than it ought to be. Almost everything I've learned and damn near everything I know had to come to me the hard way. Came too late or came too slow. So I won a few and lost a few, but one thing is crystal clear. Every minute, every mile pushed me till I wound up here with all these doubts and questions weighing heavy like a stone. Thank you. Thank you very much. I am working on a brand new project. Hope to have it out by early summertime, but that's a slow process. And that song there will be on it. This one is from the last one. This is a song about a slow learner. I might know this guy. Well, you ain't real sharp, said the knife to the spoon. You might as well throw rocks at the man in the moon. You're just a wasting your time. Well, that's all you're doing. And you can beat a dead horse, but it still won't run. There's been too much said and too much done between the two of us that can't be undone. So I'm just sitting on my porch here, whistling a tune and thinking, if I never see you again, well, it'll be too soon. Never, still too soon. You got your shades of gray and your shades of blue. Well, I'd have turned and run away from you the very day that we met. Oh, if I'd only knew. Ah, but that was then, and this is now. No, I can't go back. If I could somehow, you know I'd burn that bridge before I crossed it. Because I tried too hard for way too long. You never tried at all, unless I'm wrong, but I'm afraid I'm right. I really wish I was wrong. I've had troubles I borrowed and troubles I bought, and a lot of bad thoughts I wish I'd never have thought. And you were one tough lesson I wish I'd never been taught. Ah, but I'm not that dumb and I'm not blind, and it's out of sight and out of mind. Well, it ain't that easy, at least it's not for me. So I'm still sitting on my porch here, whistling a tune and thinking, if I never see you again, well, it'll be too soon. Never, still too soon. This one's going to be on this new project that I'm working on. This is another kind of introspective song. It's called Going Home. I went down to the bank of the river on a cold, windy day, thinking I might let that current just carry me away. But a reflection in the water that was looking back at me said, close your eyes, breathe deep, and listen to the wind in the trees. Na 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 la da dee. Close your eyes and listen to the wind in the trees. Then as if by magic, I heard a haunting melody, and in my mind's eye I saw my grandmother sweetly smile at me. She was sitting there in a rocking chair, and I was swinging on that old porch swing. She said, forget your cares, son, sit a spell. Then she began to sing. Na 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 la da dee dee dee. There was such a grace and beauty in that old melody. What I knew I had to do as I watched that river roll along was leave my troubles there and let my spirit fly on the wings of that old song. And humming that tune to myself, I felt a little bit less alone. I turned and climbed that river bank and I headed on back home. Na 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 la da dee 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 dee. Well, I found some peace and comfort in that old melody. Thanks, folks. Thanks for having me over to play for you. And if you like my songs, I've got a bunch of them. You can look me up on YouTube or Facebook. YouTube's John Gilmore Songs. Facebook's John Gilmore Music, I think. But it's been fun. Y'all take care out there. Be safe.